CarpenterBeesTrap.com offers the best value in Carpenter Bees traps, both in price and quality. Our Carpenter Bees traps come with a money-back guarantee. They're guaranteed to attract and trap carpenter bees without the use of bait or chemicals. Carpenter bees prefer to use existing holes for nesting rather than boring new ones. Our Carpenter Bees trap has 3/8-inch holes that mimic existing carpenter bee holes. Watch as the carpenter bee enters the hole in our trap and appears a few seconds later in a glass jar at the bottom of the trap. The carpenter bee traveled down a shaft inside the trap to the glass jar and became trapped. Bees navigate by sunlight, so once inside the trap, the bee was attracted by light from the glass jar that comes up the shaft inside the trap. Once inside the jar, the bee will keep trying to travel toward the light coming through the glass and remains trapped inside the jar. Watch once more as the carpenter bee enters a hole in the side of the trap and appears in the jar at the bottom. Order or learn more about our Carpenter Bee trap at www.carpenterbeestrap.com. Be sure to include the S in bees when typing our URL. Carpenter bees cause severe damage to buildings and wooden structures. At first, the only visible damage is a 3/8 hole seen in the wood. They might appear in fascia boards, soffits, railings, or deck structures. Carpenter bees bore midway into the wood, turn 90 degrees, and continue boring tunnels inside the wood for long distances. In most cases, the tunnels are never visible until the wooden structures fail and crumble. Or woodpeckers begin to bore into the wood in search of carpenter bee larvae. If you notice large bees swarming near wooden structures, entering perfectly round 3/8-inch holes in the wood, stains on the wood under these holes, buzzing sounds coming from inside the wood, or sawdust floating down from those holes, carpenter bees are damaging your building. The carpenter bee population will increase dramatically from year to year, causing destructive damage to the wood as it weakens and destroys your buildings unless you take action. Our carpenter bee trap is attractive, simple, and highly effective. It's guaranteed to trap carpenter bees that are damaging your house or buildings. Order today or learn more at www.carpenterbeestrap.com for full details. Again, be sure to include the S in bees when typing our URL.